my students that you will touch the heights of the success in your life. I'm overwhelmed by the way you wish me on a teacher's day and make my day special. Your acknowledgement is the best part of teaching learning process because it is a booster which helps me to improve myself more. I request all of you, if you are facing any difficulty since we are teaching you online, so it's not easy for you also. There are so many distractions in between. Classroom situations are quite easy that you have to learn in a particular setup. There you have trained your mind, but where you are free, where there are so many distractions in front of you when you were taking class, somebody of your family comes and sit by the side, somebody watches the TV, that sound disturbs you. So many distractions, someone is eating, someone is lying down on a bed, so many distractions are there. I understand each and every problem you are dealing with, but if you face any problem in my teaching, if you face that I'm not able to clear the concept, I'm not understood, you are not understanding my way of teaching, so please let me know. My doors are always open for the feedback. Before telling others, please come to me and tell me, ma'am, this is the problem and please sort it out. Nowadays, I took your Viva and I came to know that most of the students are facing dealing problem in the chapter forgetting, because many points, it's an essay, humorous essay written by Robert Lynn, and essays are little bit tricky in their language, so it's not easy to understand that thing in one go. So I decided to break that essay in few points. Now you don't have to read the whole text. Just keep these eight points in your mind and you are done with this chapter. First of all, what about Robert Lynn? He was a humorous and delightful essayist. Like in English literature, we find Francis Bacon as the classic example of essays. If you read Francis Bacon, you will not be able to understand it without dictionary and not in a one single time. You need reference to read Francis Bacon's essay. So Robert Lynn is a lighter essayist. His language is not that tough. He is humorous, delightful, and sarcastic, satirical. व्यंग्य लिखते हैं ये. His essays are simple, playful, humorous, and satirical. His style of writing is elegant and charming. Now, in this chapter, I request all of you, I request all of you that please unmute your video. And if you feel any difficulty in connecting the class after unmuting the video, please mute it then. Because connectivity is our first importance. So unmute your video, sit properly like you are sitting in a class. So Robert Lynn, what he wrote in this essay, he writes about the root cause of forgetting. When I was in B.Ed, there was a chapter, one whole unit of forgetting and memory. I always thought in my life that having a good memory is a very high type of blessing and forgetting is a curse. But after reading that concept of forgetting in our B.Ed, I came to know that forgetting is also a blessing. Because, for example, if something happens bad in your life, like we lost our near ones, our dear ones. So if we are not able to forget, if we don't have a good forgetting, if we don't forget that incident, our life will become hell. So memory and forgetting is a two sides of a single coin. In this chapter, the points discussed by Robert Lind is that first point is that he finds about that the root cause of forgetting and also explains what items are usually forgotten by the people. Like many a times when after you leave for your home, so many a times after you leave, I came to know this thing that you forgot your pen. Many pen I find on your desks. I keep it in the side of your cupboard. Your scales after your exam, especially your pencils. Most often you forgot your hankies, handkerchiefs, and even me too. So even me too. I came to know this thing that these things are common in students. So Robert Lind said that when people travel in a railway, they usually forgot their books, their umbrellas, many articles. Like if sportsmen were traveling, they forgot their bats, balls, their gloves. Why? Because once he was traveling by the railway station, at the London railway station, he finds a list of articles lost by the people. That was not an Indian railway station where your luggage is theft, but that was a London railway station. What they do, the list of what you forgot in the railways, it was lying there, and when they came for the cleaning, they came and collect all that, and at the month end they put up a list that whose belonging is this. If people claim with a genuine proof, they can take it, otherwise they will auction it. Okay, so he while reading the list, he came to know that how people can be so forgetful. कि हाथ में umbrella पकड़ कर लाया और भूल गया ले जाना वापस. He said that many sportsmen are having very bad memory. Why? Because if they won the match, they were so happy, and in the mood of that celebration, they forgot their little things like bat, ball in the railway. And if they lost the match, they feel very sad, and in that despair, what they do? They just forgot their articles there. So he was amazed. He said that I'm amazed by the efficiency of the memory, human memory. Like if I ask you students, how many names you remember of your family members, relative, your friend circle, many phone numbers also you remember, your address, isn't it? We are not Gajni. We know our address. We know our mother's name. We know our father's name. We remember when our birthday will come, when my father's birthday will come. We remember many dates, like if somebody invites you. Here he has given the example of good wines, good vintages, means good vintages are those, the wine parties. If somebody invites you, you remember the date. You remember the names. You remember the telephone numbers. You remember the names of the criminals. You remember the names of the politicians. You remember the name of the actors, actresses. This means you are having a very good memory. But when it comes to the constitutional clause, accounts formulas, chemistry reaction, biology diagrams, you forgot things. Why? Why? He tried to find out those things, and it is your antipathy towards those things. इंसान वही चीज याद नहीं रखता जो उसको पसंद नहीं होती, इसीलिए आपको फिजिक्स के डेरिवेशंस भूल जाते, क्योंकि आपको वो पसंद नहीं है, आपको उसमें मजा नहीं आ रहा. But instead, if I tell you that this movie, the newly released movie, is coming on a TV on a Sunday at 1 p.m, you will surely remember because उसमें आपको मजा आ रहा है. Okay. Thus, he can remember almost everything in his life. For example, man does not forget a single item of his clothing. Yes, while dressing. Similarly, no one forgets to shut the front door when leaving the house. You know that when our all family is out for the traveling, we need to shut the front door. If we don't, the house will be robbed, most probably. So in order to avoid some that activities, we always make sure that we will lock. When we wear shirt, we never forget to wear trousers. He given that example there. But you, most of the time, when you come for a sleep in your bedroom at night, you forgot to switch off the light of the main gate, or you forgot to switch off the light of the hall or your own room. And after lying down in the bed, you came to know, oh, light band karna to bhul hi gaya. Then you have to get up again and you have to go there. Now the next point, third point is, human memory works less than its usual perfection. For example, most people forget to take medicine, but they don't forget to take meals. And medicines and meals are interconnected, my dear students. You know, mostly what happens, hota kya hai, doctors advised medicines before, during और after meals. कुछ दवाइयां हम खाना खाने से पहले खाते हैं, कुछ बीच में और कुछ बाद में. So we never forget to take our meals. We never forget our breakfast. We never forget our lunch and dinner. We never forget our meals. So why we forget the medicines? Because meal is itself a reminder of the medicine. जब खाना और दवाई एक साथ जुड़े हैं बेटा, कहने की बात समझो मेरी, जब खाना और दवाई एक साथ जुड़े हैं तो लोग खाना खाना तो याद रखते हैं पर दवाई खाना भूल जाते. क्यों? Why? So psychologist says that we forget things because we wish to forget them. And we don't like medicines. Anybody here who likes medicines? जो बड़ी खुशी खुशी से कहता है, ओ आज तो दवाई खानी है, बड़ा मजा आएगा. Anybody?
Ma'am, me.
Who?
Ma'am Gunjan.
Gunjan, you are exceptional case, okay? So it is our antipathy towards medicines. रहीमन, इस संसार में भांति भांति के लोग, exceptions are always there, isn't it? So we forget things because we wish to forget, because we thought that it is not liked by us. We never liked that thing. That's why we forget medicines. So this portion of your chapter is very important because many a times it is asked in the paper that why people forget to take medicine, then the meals are itself a reminder for the medicine. It is understood that we have to take medicines along with the meals, maybe before, after, or during. But why we forget? Because meals are itself a reminder. But we still forget. Why? Because it's our antipathy, means dislike towards the medicine. Okay. Next is, according to Robert Lind, the commonest form of forgetfulness is in posting letters. Most people forget to post letters. They keep their letter in their pocket and they walk through the lane, but they pass from the letter box, but they forget to post it. And he is himself a very bad memory in posting letters. He said that even if I keep it in my pocket for many days, I never post letters. And similarly, he leaves walking sticks and umbrellas during his journey. Whenever he is on his journey, he is sure that he is going to leave his hand stick and umbrella somewhere. Now, the fifth point is articles lost by the railway travelers has been published, and many people who read the list have been astonished at the absent-mindedness of the people, because most of these travelers are young sportsmen. You know, we youngsters are having a very bad memory and we forget things many a times, especially during our journey. And if I talk about my papa, he is very good in remembering all the things, all the dates of his policies, all the dates of my policies, all the day when we are out for the journey. Even we never left anything in the hotel room or in our car, boarding car. Why? Because Papa is there. He makes sure before leaving, doubly check that whether we forget anything or not. Okay. So, but we youngsters are very choice people. We are always in our mindset, in our हम अपनी धुन में लगे रहते हैं और हम चीजों को easily भूल जाते हैं. Okay, so he said that sportsmen are having a very bad memory. Why? Because I had already discussed this thing to you when they came back from their match and they were defeated in the ground. They were very sad about that and they lost opportunities and failures, and victorious boys have ever their heads among the stars thinking about their achievements. Both the group of boys were in a dream world. Always they are in the field. Their mind is still in the field. Why? Because they are not out of that victory or defeat. It happens in the both the cases. It's not about the celebration of the victory. It also happens with the defeat also. They were there in the ground. So similarly, 6 point. This is also very important. Students, pay attention, please. मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनिए. Similarly, the anglers. Who are anglers? Somebody please tell me quickly. Unmute and tell me.
Mom, fisherman.
Who are yes, fishermen जो fishing करने जाते हैं ना rod लेकर. Similarly, the anglers are also citizens of the dreamland. As you know that fishing is a very boring sport. If you do it for your own self, for me, a person like me who keeps talking all the time, who is very joyous, bubbly, and if I have to sit in a one place, dangling my legs in the water with a fishing rod and sitting for the hours and wait for a fish to get trapped in that rod. So few people find it very boring, but many people love this sport. On Sundays, they move out on the bank of a river or some lake. They sit down with their fishing rod and enjoy Mother Nature, the calmness of the place. They enjoy the soothingness of everything there. And what happened? And they are daydreamers. वो fishing करते करते खो जाते हैं अपने ख्यालों में. They forget to take the fishing rod when they go home in the evening. Okay, most of the time, their minds are filled with the matter more glorious. Thus, both the sportsmen and anglers are absent-minded people. Why? Because they are busy in their own dreamland. Lil remarks that such absent-minded is a blessing because those people forget their unhappiness and live in a dream world of utopia. Utopia means American dream. मतलब राम राज्य का नाम सुना है? राम राज्य में क्या होता है? कोई बता सकता है मुझे? Everything is perfect. So utopia means where everything is perfect. In literature, there is a term of utopia and dystopia is the opposite form. And utopia is also known as American dream, where everything is perfect. So not in all the cases forgetfulness is harmful. It's a blessing too. Why? Can you think this thing that Dr. APJ Kalam, if he won't forget his own marriage date, he will be a missile man? He always get lost in his own world of science. बैठे बैठे भी दिमाग में साइंस ही चल रही है और इसीलिए उन्होंने इतनी इन्वेंशंस की. Same is the case with our poets like Mirza Ghalib, Faiz Ahmed Faiz, Allama Iqbal, John Keats, Christopher Marlowe, Edgar Allan Poe, Alan Cecil. Many names are there. Our Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge. Many names, great names, Socrates, Plato, Machiavelli. Many names are there. Who are the great philosophers and great thinkers? Suppose if they have an ordinary mind like शाम को घर में क्या बनेगा and राशन घर में कैसे आएगा, बच्चे की स्कूल की फीस भरनी है, तो क्या वो इतनी महान रचनाएं कर सकते थे? कालिदास, सूरदास. Let's talk about our Indian writers. Premchand, R.K. Narayan. If you all the time, आप खुद practical करके देखो, if all the time you are thinking about your social apps, you are thinking about your drama serials, you are thinking about your what to eat, what to wear, how to have a friendship with my friend because she's angry with me, how to sort out the matter. If you are living in this world, if you are living in this world, you will not be able to reach at the heights. Mark my word. The day you get lost in your own world, the moment you start living in your own dreams, the moment you give yourself a dream which won't let you sleep, and every day you get up just to fulfill that dream, the moment your life turns upside down and you will definitely achieve success. Why? Because absent-mindedness ये नहीं कि आपने जो पढ़ा आप वो भूल गए. अब बाकी की चीजों को अपने माइंड से खाली कर दो ना, जगह बनाओ. सपोज एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. एक छोटा सा रूम है, ठीक है, आप उसमें बैठे हो, वो भी बैठ गई, दूसरी फ्रेंड आई, वो भी बैठ गई. Likewise, people come and they sit. But when you realize that there are many unwanted in the room and the room is filled and suffocated, and अब आ गया आपका चीफ गेस्ट, अब उसके बैठने की तो जगह ही नहीं. What will you do? What will you do then? You will remove the unwanted people from the chairs, that please you leave, you are not wanted here. Let the main people come in. So your mind is also like a room. You have to drain out flush out all the unnecessary, unwanted elements and keep your memory vacant so that you will fill it with more relevant content. In that case only, you will do miracles like all these great men had done. आप इतिहास उठाकर देख लो, जितने भी बड़े बड़े लीडर्स हैं, राइटर्स हैं, साइंटिस्ट हैं, सब अपने ड्रीम वर्ल्ड में लॉस्ट है. बट हम अपने ड्रीम वर्ल्ड से ज्यादा दूसरों की लाइफ में लॉस्ट है. कि किसने क्या पहना, किसने क्या लाया, किसके घर में आज क्या बना है, कौन क्या कर रहा है, किस ड्रामा सीरियल में क्या हो रहा है. The moment you start living that thing, na, you are a step ahead towards your success. The chapter written in your book, Chinar 1, is not just to pass the exam. This is English literature, and literature reflects life. So if you apply even a single word of mine from this chapter in your life, you will be able to touch heights very soon. So So these people, like cricketers, writers, poets, they are the citizens of the dreamland. They are the absent-mindedness people, philosophers. I wish that you sometime you get a time to read S.T. Coleridge. How mysteriously he wrote beautiful poems like Annabel Lee, Eve of St. Agnes. He had written many mysterious that Kubla Khan, many things, Ancient Mariner. Many poems are there of S.T. Coleridge. I really love the way he writes. And he leaves you in the end at a point where you want to know what next. You know that S.T. Coleridge is